Well, so let's talk about raising capital. Take
Sure.
us through the process of bringing this idea to investors. What was your first step? And have you done this before? What does it look like?
I have. So I've raised capital in the past, and with those type of products, I sort of raised and returned a certain rate of capital, and then bought partners back out. This was my first Silicon Valley startup organization where I was going to, go in Delaware, create a corporation. I was going to file foreign entity licenses, is where I am, and then I was going to adopt sort of the new approach of capital, which is these safe agreements, which is a simple agreement for future equity. And I didn't understand those at first. I was like, so I started with convertible notes
Hmm.
because it makes more sense. This is a
Hmm.
loan, it has
Yeah,
8%, it's maturity in
yeah,
24 months.
right.
And then it's sort of like, I don't really like these because these projects take a little bit longer, and then you're sort of either returning money or renegotiating. So I quickly learned that the safe was the better product and way simpler to move forward with. But that the first challenge was understanding the
Hmm.
value caps and the dilution schedules and the management of your cap table, and sort of gaming it out, because you can make those mistakes right from the beginning and
Hmm.
you're done. You'll never get to institutional capital because by the time you get there, you just don't own enough of the product, or you got 200 people in a cap table and the VC is like,
Gotcha.
nah. And this, or even if you were really successful and say your first round's so low and these guys aren't converting into the qualified round, which is
Hmm.
a 409A valuation series round, the spread can be so big. The VC comes back and says, "You're converting people at 2 million. You're asking us to pay 50."
Hmm.
And even though you may even have that potential for that value, now they claw it all the way back.
Gotcha.
So these are sharks.
Yeah.
And when you go from sort of friends and family into angels,
Hmm.
and then you're just like thrown into the mix with Harvard MBAs and a lot of Harvard MBAs. I got
Yeah.
more Harvard MBAs on my LinkedIn, profile than there are, cards in a deck.